all this stuff on the internet will not prepare you for this. My name is Steve. I'm the CEO of HOTWORX. We have 4 members of this team we call our HOTWORX climbing team. So you have myself.
Hey, let's get it, let's go!
John Carlton from North Carolina, franchise owner in Raleigh. You have Victoria Price, who is franchise owner of Gretna, Louisiana HOTWORX. And you have Jeremy Harwell, who is a corporate performance coach. We all decided to climb Kilimanjaro, which is this legendary mountain in Africa. Actually the tallest mountain in Africa, the tallest freestanding mountain on the planet. HOTWORX was the key element in my training and really all 4 of us to get ready to climb that mountain.
HOTWORX prepared me for this climb by increasing my cardiovascular endurance. We did hot thunder, hot cycle, so increasing your heart rate. Also, we used the oxygen deprivation mask, which limits the amount of oxygen that you intake, which is also going to mimic the environment of the being on the mountain.
I would do anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes of HIIT training, doing hot cycle mostly, and then of course I would go to the FX zone, finish up my training for the day.
Alright guys, we made it to Kilimanjaro National Park. And we're about to
kick off.
Yep. We're about to go get briefed and then we're gonna start.
Hiking Mount Kilimanjaro required us to go through 4 really different climate zones. So first we had the rainforest zone, then we had the heather and moorland zone, and then we had highland, which was the alpine desert, extremely hot. And then from there it went to the Arctic summit, which was extremely cold. It was below freezing.
Only 27% of people are actually able to complete the trek we did in 5 days.
The most dangerous point of the climb was going through the trench in the glacier from Gilman's Point to Stella Point.
To the right was a straight drop into that crater. I don't know how many thousands of feet straight down. So like one wrong step and you're gone.
Literally, if you lose your balance or take a misstep, you're falling off the mountain.
I thought I was gonna die several times. One wrong move and you're basically tumbling down a mountain.
I remember having a shriek of fear a couple times. But you just gotta keep going 1 foot ahead of the other and staying laser focused, and that's what we did.
Summit morning, we woke up at around 11:30 at night. We set off at midnight to take on the summit. It was extremely dangerous, not just because of how steep it was, but the weather conditions. So it was snowing, it was sleeting, the rocks were really slippery, the path was really slippery. We were all working off of exhaustion at that point.
We had to do a 4,000 foot vertical. It took 8 hours. It was grueling. That was the hardest thing I've ever done. Burned 5,400 calories in almost 8 hours. You know, that's more calories than I've ever done in any type of workout by far.
I started getting a little vocal as the oxygen depleted out of my body and brain and everything. So that was the most challenging point. I started to hallucinate a little bit. When you're doing something like that, then you feel it's life-threatening almost. And there was a lot of people getting carted off that mountain.
The moment we reached the summit, I was thinking we did it. All of our hard work, all of our training is paying off. We're really here.
I'll never forget the moment that myself, Steve, Jeremy, and John shared whenever we summited that mountain. We all looked at each other and we just all broke out into tears.
When you get to the top, after doing something like that, especially taking on a legendary mountain that's almost 20,000 feet in the air, with the shortest route, that's also the most difficult route. When we got to the top, finally, it was a very emotional moment.
I even cried. So that was unusual, but I guess it brought that out in me.
We looked at the sign and it said that we were standing at Africa's highest point and the world's highest freestanding mountain.
This hike was done to raise awareness to this beautiful little place in South Dakota, Sacred Mountain Retreat Center. Sacred Mountain Retreat Center is a place of respite and therapy for wounded veterans and wounded first responders. There's a 7-day program that's phenomenal, and veterans and first responders are able to come back as often as they need to continue on their journey to recovery.
Doing this hike is to help raise money for the funds of this program. This is something that means so much to HOTWORX, and especially to me, being a service member. I'm also in the Louisiana National Guard, where I serve as a sergeant. I'm also a combat medic.
If it helps the veterans and the first responders with money in any way to that Sacred Mountain retreat, I would do it again.
We all concluded that it was the hardest thing that we all ever been through together. Individually, and obviously we got to share that together.
There were 7 of us. The 4 HOTWORX team members had almost no problems with the altitude. But you had the other 3 guys, 2 of them were puking, 1 of them didn't make it, but they didn't have the secret sauce, right? Well, they never even knew about HOTWORX, right? They know now.